Good evening. You're watching the news on Croatian television. Prime Minister Andrej Plenković held a regularly scheduled meeting with coalition partners in government today. The participants said they did not touch on the opposition's motion to remove Deputy Prime Minister Martina Dalić, but instead discussed issues of concern to citizens and disputes within the governing coalition.
You won't believe it, but we spent more time discussing Croatian citizens than opposition initiatives, because our job is to provide our citizens with concrete results and not reactions to the opposition's moves. Right now we have a deputy prime minister and minister who are doing absolutely everything, formally and informally, through lobbying and all other means at their disposal, to do harm to the city and county they come from, and this too has its limits.
The 11th meeting of the Council for Homeland Security was held in the President's office today. The topic of the meeting was the role of the police within the Homeland Security system.
On behalf of the Interior Ministry, we presented all of the measures the police have undertaken to strengthen our capacities in effectively responding to all of the contemporary threats our society faces.
Meanwhile, police have taken 2 Serbian and 1 Hungarian citizen into custody under suspicion of smuggling illegal migrants into the country. Police intercepted a car and van with Serbian plates carrying 10 illegal migrants on the highway near Slavonski Brod. The migrants, citizens of Pakistan, Iraq, and Iran, are set to be returned to Serbia, their country of entry into Croatia. In other news, Prime Minister Andrej Plenković and some of his cabinet ministers met today with representatives of cities and municipalities that fall within the Independent Association. The association's goal is to strengthen communication between independent mayors and municipal heads and higher levels of government.
One of the strategic goals of this government is the strengthening of all of our regions and, as much as possible, creating equal conditions for a normal life and the development of the economy in all smaller communities. We want to cooperate with everyone, with political parties and members of parliament, and anyone who recognizes the problems we face, and in a way to work to the benefit of our citizens, because I think that base of our entire country, and almost 90% of the investment happening in our country, is taking place in units of local government.
Ahead of tomorrow's trilateral meeting of the presidents and foreign ministers of Croatia, Bosnia and Herzegovina, and Serbia in Mostar, Croatian Foreign Affairs Minister Marija Pejčinović-Burić visited Mostar today, where she reiterated Croatia's commitment to ensuring Croats in Bosnia and Herzegovina equality with Muslims and Serbs. Unions representing nurses, medical technicians, and independent health and social care workers initialed a collective agreement for work in healthcare and health insurance today. This is an extension of the existing collective agreement by 18 months. It is expected that doctors will be included in negotiations on a new collective agreement once changes to the law on representation have been made.
I'm actually expressing satisfaction that unions in healthcare and the government are on the same side, which was shown with the initialing of this collective agreement. That is, that we both hold the rights of workers in healthcare must not be reduced, and that we both hold that full negotiations can't be held without doctors.
In light of Global and European Money Week, the Education Ministry today unveiled a new pilot project for improving the financial literacy of high school students around the country. The goal is to improve their understanding of finances before joining the labor market.
The study conducted by the Croatian National Bank and the Croatian Financial Services Supervisory Agency, according to the OECD model, established that the most vulnerable group in terms of financial literacy are those up to the age of 19, meaning high school students and those who have not yet made their way onto the labor market.
Taking a quick look at sports, there are 100 days left before the start of the 2018 World Cup in Russia. The Croatian national football team will play 2 friendlies this month against Peru in Miami, Florida on March 23rd and against Mexico on March 27th in Arlington, Texas. Coach Zlatko Dalić named his roster of 26 players today. Prior to their departure for the United States, he will cut the roster to 23 players.
I will give every player who travels to the United States a chance to play, and I'm going to take advantage of those 7 days to once again establish communication and bring us closer together, but also to see what I need to do in the future. I know that both of these teams will give us a true picture of how we are playing, and I truly want to see what will happen, because the final score is not my primary interest here.
And now the forecast for tomorrow. Variable weather with predominantly overcast skies on the coast and in mountainous regions. Expect rain on the Adriatic with heavier downpours in Dalmatia. In the first half of the day, the interior will see some snow, sleet, and freezing rain. Precipitation will stop in central and eastern parts of the interior in the afternoon. There will be a moderate to strong southeasterly and southwesterly on the coast. Dalmatia will also see a southerly wind. Morning lows of -3 to +1 in the interior, 4 to 9 on the coast, and up to 11 in southern Dalmatia, will give way to highs of 1 to 5 degrees in mountainous regions, 4 to 9 in other inland areas, and 8 to 14 on the Adriatic. The 3-day forecast calls for variable cloud cover with intermittent rain. Expect more precipitation in mountainous regions. There will be a mild to moderate southwesterly that will bring with it warmer temperatures. The coast will also see variable cloud cover with intermittent rain and warmer temperatures. Southeasterly and southwesterly winds will shift to a northwesterly on Thursday. And that wraps up the news. Be sure to join us again tomorrow night.